Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. It was leaked quite a while ago, but now it's official, so let's talk about the new Dark Angels combat patrol. This combat patrol includes 10 Intercessors, 5 Hellblasters, 3 Blade Guard veterans, and it's led by a captain in Gravis armor. Aside from that, we have 2 Dark Angels Primaris upgrade sprues like this one. If we think about dollars, this combat patrol will cost $160, and if we want to buy each item individually, it will cost us $220, so we will be saving $60. If we think about pounds, this combat patrol will cost 95 pounds, and if we would like to buy each item individually, it will cost us 136.25 pounds. So we will have a savings of 41.25 pounds. And then if we think about euros, this combat patrol costs 125 euros. And if we would like to buy each item individually, it will cost us 176.5 euros. So we will have savings of 51.5 euros, and it's not bad. Until now, this is pure information. That's the box, those are the contents, that's the value of the box itself. So now I would like to share my opinion about it. Personally, I kinda like this box. I mean, I don't think that it's perfect. I don't think that it's the best possible way to start a Dark Angels army, but I don't think that it's a bad box or it's the best one. So for me, it's like a good, nice box. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's okay. And if you're thinking about buying this box, it's going to be a very good deal as long as you want every single miniature in this box. Because if you are going to get this box just to get miniatures that you don't want because they are discounted, then you are not making a good deal. Because for example, when I look at this box, for me it will be interesting to get some Hellblasters and maybe more Blade Guard veterans. But I don't want the rest of the things inside. I don't need more Intercessors, or I don't need another captain, or I don't need the upgrade sprues because I don't play Dark Angels. So for me, it will be much more convenient to go directly for a box of Hellblasters that I will get 2 units of 5 and then the Blade Guard veterans, and I will be saving money rather than buying the whole box with miniatures that I actually don't want to have right now. And I say that I kinda like it because I see combat patrols as starter sets to start a new army, like a foundation for a new army. And if I put myself in the situation of someone that wants to start a Dark Angels army and I do not have a single Space Marine miniature, I think it's okay, because we have, maybe the weirdest one is the captain in Gravis armor. Because this captain does not have any kind of synergy with the rest of the units in the box, but I think that this captain is here because of combat patrol games, so like this they force you to have another unit, but that's what I think. And then we have 2 units of 5 Intercessors each. That it's nice. I mean, I like when we get these battle line units in a discounted way. And of course, then I will have Hellblasters that they are cool and Blade Guard veterans that they are cool. And of course, it's always nice to have this kind of upgrade sprues, even if it's the old one, because like this we can use them and have them more personalized. So that's why I think that for me it's not that bad, and I kinda like it. When this box was announced, I made a YouTube post and I asked all of you for your opinion about this box. So thank you very much for your replies. I have to answer a lot of them still, but I read all of them and I can say that you actually made very nice and interesting points. And some of them are totally valid, so let's take a look at them. First of all, you mentioned quite a lot that this box will be much better if instead of the Blade Guard veterans we will have the Inner Circle companions, and I totally agree with that, because let's go back to what I was saying previously. If I put myself in the situation of I want to become a new Warhammer player, so I like Space Marines and I check Space Marines and I like Dark Angels. So when I try to get the Combat Patrol to start a Dark Angels army, I can see that all of them are generic Space Marines, so What's the point of calling this combat patrol Dark Angels Combat Patrol if there's not a single Dark Angel specific unit? So yes, I totally agree with all of you. I think that this box will be much better, and I will be praising this box if instead of the 3 Blade Guards there will be the 3 Inner Circle Companions, because they are actually, I think they are like the same price, and it's again 3 miniatures, so you can really exchange them, and this will make the box much more unique, and it will make it to have much more personality. So thanks for your comments about this, because I totally agree and you have a really good point. Something else that was mentioned a lot, it was the 10 Intercessors. And yes, if let's say if you're a veteran player, you already have all the Intercessors that you need, so there's no point to get this box because you have a lot of them. But if you're a new player, it can be very nice and tempting to get these battle line units discounted, so it's nice if you're a new player, but of course if you have already an existing army, this box is not the best one to improve an existing force. And actually, I would like to mention the previous Dark Angels Combat Patrol, because this one as well didn't have any single specific Dark Angels unit. But we can have in mind that there was no refresh of the range when this box came out, and the thing that we liked about this one is that this one was a nice way to start a new army, and it was also a nice way to expand an existing army because it was a very elite box. And of course we only have like 5 Intercessors, but then we have like a Dreadnought, the Inceptors and a Chaplain, so it's kinda nice and it's much more tempting than this one. So yes, we can clearly feel that the previous one was let's say more tempting in terms of you can get it. Even I can get that box right now and I will be happy, but with the new one it's more focused into new players. And last, it's kinda sad that the Dark Angels have like a super new fancy new sprue that upgrades their units to make them look like proper Dark Angels, but in this combat patrol we have 2 of the previous one. That is a little bit more sad. I don't hate that decision because I mean the new one contains a lot of upgrades for miniatures that are not in the box, so if you get it you will end up having with a lot of leftover things. That's not a bad thing, but at least with 2 of the old ones you can use most of them, and that's not that bad, but still it's not the best, so I will leave it there. Because of everything that I have mentioned in this video, do I think that this combat patrol is worth it? If you want, if you desire every single miniature and the upgrade sprues in this box, then yes. If you don't have a single Space Marine miniature and you want the ones in this box to be the foundation of your Dark Angels army, then yes. If for whatever reason you don't want 1 or 2 things from the inside of this box, then probably this one is not for you and you should consider starting the Dark Angels army in a different way. At the end of the day, it will always depend on what you want for your army. Is this the best way to start a Dark Angels army? No. Is this a way to start a Dark Angels army? Yes. Because what if instead of having Intercessors, I prefer to have Assault Intercessors, or I prefer to have Heavy Intercessors, or what if instead of this I prefer to go for the Ravenwing Company and I want to have Bikers and Outriders as the battle line units. So as I said, it's a way to start a Dark Angels army, but maybe it's not the best one, it's just one of them. I mean, what I like the most about the Dark Angels, and I think that all of us, is that yes, they are Space Marines, but they are very unique Space Marines. So it's kinda sad that we are losing that uniqueness in this generic box. Because, okay, another example, what if instead of having Gravis armor units, I really like the first company and I want to have like a strong force of Terminators? Because of course there's new ones and they look quite nice, then this Captain in Gravis armor, it's just something to be in our collection because we are not going to use at least now. So I don't know, I feel like it's not a bad box, but it could have been much better or more unique just by changing 1 or 2 units. At the end of the day, the decision is all yours. I just wanted to share my opinion and say what I think about this new combat patrol. So as usual, I would love to know what you think about this combat patrol in the comments, and with that being said, this is the end of my video, so thank you very much for watching. If you're still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing, and see you next time.